So the Trans-Pacific Partnership that we're working on, it's the biggest trade deal that we're working on right now, has to do with the Asia-Pacific region. And it reflects our values in ways that, frankly, some previous trade agreements did not. It's the highest standard, most progressive trade deal in history. It's got strong, enforceable provisions for workers, preventing things like child labor. It's got strong, enforceable provisions on the environment, helping us to do things that haven't been done before to prevent wildlife trafficking or deforestation or dealing with our oceans. And these are enforceable in the agreement. And Nike operates in the Pacific region, so they understand the competitive pressures they're under. Nike has factories all around the world. And let's face it, Mark, I think, doesn't mind me saying it, that some of these countries, they don't have the standards for wages and labor conditions that we have here. So when you look at a country like Vietnam, under this agreement, Vietnam would actually, for the first time, have to raise its labor standards. It would have to set a minimum wage. It would have to pass safe workplace laws to protect its workers. It would even have to protect workers' freedom to form unions for the very first time. That would make a difference. That helps to level the playing field, and it would be good for the workers in Vietnam, even as it helps make sure that they're not undercutting competition here in the United States. So that's progress. It doesn't mean that suddenly working conditions in Vietnam will be like they are here at Nike or here in Portland right away, but it moves us in the right direction. And if Vietnam or any of the other countries in this trade agreement don't meet these requirements, they'll face meaningful consequences. If you're a country that wants into this agreement, you have to meet higher standards. If you don't, you're out. If you break the rules, there are actual repercussions. And that's good for American businesses, American workers, because we already meet higher standards than most of the rest of the world. And that helps level the playing field. And this deal would strengthen our hand overseas by giving us the tools to open other markets to our goods and services and make sure they play by the fair rules we help write. The truth is we have one of the most open markets in the world. Folks are already selling stuff here. We got to be able to sell there. That requires us to enter into trade agreements to open up their markets.